All right, let's talk about something that affects every single one of us, a relationship with this planet we call home. Today, we're going to break down what environmental science really is. And trust me, it's probably a lot more than you think. So let's just dive right in.
Now, to get started, I don't want to just throw a boring textbook definition at you. Instead, let's just start with a simple observation, something we can all see. Just take a look at this. On one hand, you've got raw nature, the mountains, the water, that incredible moose. And then, right there in the background, you see a city, the mark of human civilization. The biggest question environmental science tries to answer is literally right here in this picture. How in the world are these two worlds connected?
And this isn't some newfangled curiosity. People have been fascinated by nature and our place in it for, well, forever. And that fascination, it really boils down to three big, timeless questions.
First, what is nature actually like when we're not around? Second, what are we doing to it? What's our actual footprint on the natural world? And finally, how does all of that circle back and affect us? These are the deep questions that have been driving us for generations.
So, that brings us right to today. Environmental science is basically our modern, super systematic way of trying to find real, solid answers to those huge questions.
So, okay, here's the official definition. Environmental science is a group of sciences that focuses on three big things: how life on Earth even works, what's causing all these environmental problems we hear about, and, this is the important part, how we might actually solve them. It's kind of like a mix of biology, a bit of detective work, and a whole lot of problem solving.
But what does that really mean, a group of sciences? I mean, what kind of science are we actually talking about here?
Well, it's a lot. A lot. To really understand what's going on, you have to look at how everything connects: the water, the land, the air, all living things. So environmental science has to pull from all these different fields, from geology to oceanography, just to piece together the giant puzzle of how our planet functions.
But here's the twist. Here's what makes environmental science so unique. It doesn't just stop where traditional science does. It goes way further.
And this really gets to the heart of it. A traditional biologist or chemist, they might go super deep in their one specific area. But an environmental scientist has to be a master integrator, pulling from all those fields and then adding this whole other layer of human stuff: values, philosophy, economics. And why? Because these problems aren't just scientific puzzles, they're human problems. And that means they can get political, emotional, and really, really complicated.
So, how do you even begin to tackle that kind of complexity? Well, the field uses 6 key themes to organize everything. A good way to think about it is like having a toolkit with 6 different lenses. Each one helps you focus on a really critical part of the picture.
The first lens, and you could argue it's the most fundamental, is us. The human population. Our explosive growth is pretty much the underlying engine for almost every single environmental issue we're facing. It's a simple idea, but it's incredibly powerful, and it's where we have to start.
Okay, lens number 2 is sustainability. And look, this is so much more than just recycling. It's a core idea in environmental science. It basically asks, can we meet our needs today without totally wrecking the chances for future generations to meet their own? It's this delicate dance between today and tomorrow. Third, we've got to think big, like planet-wide big. We know for a fact now that what we do in one place can create ripples felt all over the world. A factory here can cause acid rain over there. Pollution in one ocean affects fish thousands of miles away. It's all connected, so we have to have a global mindset.
Lens number 4 zooms us way in, right into our cities. Think about it. For the first time ever, more than half of all people live in cities. That means our cities aren't just collections of buildings anymore. They're their own unique ecosystems with their own huge environmental challenges, from smog to trash to crazy heat.
The 5th lens brings us right back to where we started, that correlationship between people and nature. It's a weird one, right? We're in awe of it, we're drawn to it, but at the same time, we have this immense power to change it forever. This lens is all about trying to understand that tension. And that brings us to the final, and maybe the trickiest, lens: science and values. This quote really nails it. All the scientific data in the world doesn't help if we don't also talk about our values and make sure that whatever we do is fair and just for everybody involved. So, after all that, what's the point? What's the ultimate goal of even studying environmental science? What's the big takeaway here? Let's make it personal for a second. What's your role in all this? As someone learning about the world? As a citizen living in it? And this right here is the most important part. The goal of environmental science isn't to preach at you or tell you what to think. It's to empower you. It's about giving you that toolkit, those 6 lenses we just talked about, so that you can think critically, ask smart questions, and figure things out for yourself.
So I'll leave you with this question. Now that you have this toolkit, thinking about population and sustainability and values and how all the sciences connect, what's one environmental issue that you're going to see just a little bit differently now?